Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to the virtual Barber Motorsports Park. It's one of the most technical flowing circuits in North America. As we getting ready for round 2 of the Apex MX-5 Cup Sim Racing Series. Hopefully you're all doing well on this Wednesday wonderful night here. Sean Stam producing, directing, commentate the show here on Stam Studio Network. After a hard-fought opener, the gloves are off here tonight, ladies and gents. It's 45 minutes on the clock. Draft-heavy racing once again, and absolutely no room for mistakes on this narrow, elevation-hungry ribbon of asphalt. Before we get into live virtual trackside action here, we're going to take a look at some point standings, and these are pretty much just our finishing order from our season opener out of the Daytona road course. Lucas Barnett with the spectacular win up there. Stone Colby, Slater Colby second and third. Josh Hunter fourth in the point standings. Andrew Bound, keep your eye on that cat here tonight, sitting in fifth in the point standings. It's Brandon Birch, Nathaniel Redmond, Christopher Reagan, as well as Michael Tanagretta and Nico Colby up there in the top 10 in the point standings. All right, before we kick things off here tonight, we got to take a look and get a little bit familiar with this Barber Motorsports track. It's a lot of fun to work with. 17 turns to work with, matter of fact, 2.3 miles, sitting at altitude of about 620 feet. Temperature pretty high, at least ambient, 91 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a nice look at the track map, and then we'll take a look at our starting grid here tonight, brought to you by Race to Stop Suicide. Make sure you check on your friends and family members out there around you. Not just a, hey, how's it going, but I mean a serious conversation. Just talk to them every now and then. It's Nico Colby who slaps it out there on the pole with a blistering 135.940. James D. Newell, new face in a new place. He'll start outside row in that P2 position. Brandon Birch, another driver with quite a bit of pace here throughout this season, as well as West Coast Sim Racing. Brandon Birch will start P3 here tonight. Lucas Barnett, Stone Colby, Jeremy Fletcher, he's back here racing with us tonight on JFR Esports. Andrew Bound, Joel Singleton, Joe Rainey, and Slater Colby up there rounding out the top 10. It's Jake Steckler, Marvin Samayoa, it's Brian Zablinski, Josh Hunter, Victor Ling, Juan Heron, Connor Cunningham, Darren Colby, Daniel Ramirez, Josh Ferrier, Igor Reitzkov, Jason Holcomb, Virgil Kakdak, I think I'm saying that one right, and Fabian Buenaventura. All right, we still have 31 drivers to get here, 31 drivers left here up on the grid, but these drivers are already stacked and racked and ready to go. Of course, this being a standing start here tonight from Barber Motorsport Park. Let us know who you're rooting on down there live in YouTube land, as Thomas Dively, Aaron Hatter, David Ramirez, Kenneth Lawless, Michael Tenegretta, Wesley McFarland, and David Valdemarama. There we go. That's a little bit closer to it. Rounds out our 31 driver grid here tonight. Should be all the drivers. We're going to get lights on and music out. We've waited a whole nother week for it. West Coast Sim Racing Apex MX-5 Sim Racing coming at you live here on Stam Studio Network. We'll knock them both out here. Nice start of the race there for Nico Colby, James D. Newell, and then it's going to be some nice side-by-side there between Brandon Birch, Lucas Barnett, Jeremy Fletcher up there. Not the quite qualifying effort that he was looking for, but looking to make it interesting tonight. He's running P5, already passes Stone on the race start. Gonna make our way up to speed, down to a little bit of a short shoot of a straightaway. Already seeing some drivers making some passing opportunities happen. It's James D. Newell who's gonna try the outside line there, trying to flirt with Nico Colby with the race lead. James D. Newell will get some nice side-by-side action. Nico's could have company up here for the race lead, and it'll now be a 3-wide battle up here for third, fourth, and fifth. It's the opening lap of the race, looking like the last lap of the race. Nico Colby can still continue to lead. Lucas Barnett, there's a big one across the track. Lucas Barnett is involved, so is Jeremy Fletcher. Slater Colby ooches his way through. There goes Victor Ling in the neon green machine. Brian Zablinski right there with him. Daniel Ramirez, Connor Cunningham, and Josh Ferrier. They're all still battling it out here. This is for 15th, 16th, 17th after a huge spin to start the race. Nico Colby and James Newell stretching their legs. They now have a 4-second gap to Slater Colby. But this is not new here for Slater. He knows how to make some pace happen, not necessarily within the first 2 laps, but he will have that pace out here as the track continues to take a grip, continues to take these tires as well, and Slater gets more of those more acclimated to the tire conditions here tonight. It's coming to complete lap 2. Nico Colby across the line, James D. Newell P2, Slater P3, Stone P4. Don't look now, but it's Dr. Andrew Bound. He still has Jeremy Fletcher right there with him. Jake Steckler's running up here in the top 7. Marvin Samayoa, the Marvin Tater, is starting to run here P8. Joe Rainey is up here running P10 of the race. Nice qualifying effort for him, as well as nice side-by-side for Joe Rainey down here. He's going at it there with Josh Hunter, who gives way there just a little bit. It's going to be Joe Rainey who's on the aggressor there. He's going to be a little bit deeper into the braking zone. Nice pass, textbook there for Joe Rainey. Textbooks fast for Rainey Holmes Racing as he continues to work his way towards the front. Lucas Barnett, after that spin, a slip, and a slide, the 008 machine, he drops back down to P11. He's got Victor Ling. How about Darren Colby tonight? 5 spots to good since the drop of the green flag. And look at the yellow and white machine. I believe that is going to be Brian there, the 82. 4 tires dang near off of the asphalt there. I don't think it somehow, some way, not a slowdown penalty for Brian. He keeps that thing pointed back the right way. Connor Cunningham closing in on this battle in the John Pork machine. Josh Fair is also still right up in there with them. Battles all over the racetrack here at Barber Motorsports Park with a 31 driver grid. I believe there's only 30 incidents that we have given these drivers here tonight to use. So if you continue to run off the track, if you're newer to iRacing, Sim Racing Universe, off tracks, if you get 2 to 4 tires off, that's a 1x penalty. A spin will be a 2x penalty, and heavy contact with another driver, 4x. Even though with this 45-minute sprint, hey, things continue to add up here pretty quickly. Might want to keep an eye on that here as we continue to crest our way out and through it. It's 2vehiclebuyers.com machines running 3rd and 4th. That final driver interview spot up for grabs right now, but it's still so early on in the race. Let's hop on board here with Jeremy Fletcher as we get this race replay here for the start of the race all tallied up. Jeremy showing us how it's done in the double deuce, running P6 right where he started this race. Here's a look at the race replay where the contact all happened, and it was all downhill from the downhill there. Starts with, I believe that's Juan Heron in the 29. Excuse me, that was a little bit of a separate incident there. We'll get back up here to the drop of the green, and then still looking for it. I believe it's going to be maybe Jason Holcomb here, I'm looking for the original start of this all here. It's going to be Jeremy Fletcher's contact with Andrew Bound up there as well. That's the spin and the opposite of the wind down there, going back down the hill. Look at look at the 651 of Andrew Bound there, almost catch some air trying to miss this thing. It's the Daytona big one here at Barber Motorsports Park. Look at it. There's just nowhere to go. We'll take another look at it here and try to decipher here this one just a little bit better. All right, here we go. We'll slow it down here for you as we head into the corner. This was opening lap of the race. Contact there, sparks flying out of the contact between Lucas Barnett and Jeremy Fletcher there. And then the drivers behind it, if we hop on board here with Slater Colby, that'll also be a fun driver to hop on board with there. Look, he just nudges Andrew Bound right out of the way, says, all right, I got to get here through here. Actually, speaking of get here through here, here's Fabian Buenaventura's incident, and then we'll get back to live racing action. Oh, Fabian out of Colombia, not headed towards Ventura Boulevard there. He keeps those rear wheels spinning. We'll jump out back to the race lead. It's Nico Colby still leading James D. Newell, 16 versus 123. And some last lap strategy here, but excuse me, last lap history. Wrong graphic there. There we go. It's going to be a lot of green down there for James D. Newell, continuing to close the gap for Nico Colby. Nico right now, he's a little bit, he's leading this race, don't get me wrong here, with some fast lap times put down. Last one is actually almost a whole second slower than quali there for Nico Colby. But he's continuing to keep his head down, keeping his foot in it, trying to get away here from James D. Newell, but with poking such a huge hole in the air, it's easier said than done. Nico Colby a little bit earlier entrance to the corner there, gonna try to drop a gear. There you heard it here, get up on the rev limiter, try to disappear for the race lead. It's still tenths of a second, battles throughout all over the racetrack, 3/10 separating 1 and 2, 3 and 4 separated by 2/10. Stone and Jeremy separated by 1/10 here. Jeremy's gonna try to make a move down the inside line. Let's see what he has for him there. We'll go down the hill and right back up it. Jeremy's gonna try to hold the outside. Nope, maybe trying to set up a crossover. Jeremy Fletcher was setting up the crossover, but now Andrew Bound is right there with them. They're gonna start to lean on each other. Contact from Andrew Bound and Jeremy Fletcher. Bound turned into a mower there, going 4 tires off the asphalt. Holy, we're still keeping it. We're still battling out here. Battles for 5th and 6th, still going at it. Jeremy Fletcher has to play that little bit more defensive line, and that allows Andrew Bound to get right back in with him on that inside line. Slater, Stone, Jeremy, Andrew. How about Jake Steckler, Marvin Samayoa, Joe Rainey, Lucas Barnett. This is the battle that you see on your screen right here, right now. This is Apex MX-5 Cup racing action live here on Stam Studio Network. You're not going to want to miss a thing here. I'm going to hop on board with Andrew Bound. Let's see how he plays this defense here over that hard-charging Jake Steckler. That's a hot pink machine right there back behind him. Bound doing everything that he can to try to keep that thing up in front of Jake Steckler, and that's the battle for P6. And we are 8 minutes down into this 45-minute sprint race. Of course, competition caution at or around halfway. We're going to get them re-racked and restacked. It's a 5-second gap out here between Nico Colby and James D. Newell. Oh, man. I don't think James is up here done with this battle here just yet. He's going to continue to try to find a line, try to make a pass happen. Although, right as I say that, though, opts to continue to go for the bump draft down, a little bit of a short shoot going into another downhill. Right back up it we go. It's looking like a little bit more teamwork up here. Right as I started to sell it for the battle for the race lead, they're keeping it cool, calm, and collected for the time being. You best believe it's not going to be this whole way throughout the rest of the race. Slater Colby, Stone Colby, Jeremy Fletcher. It is a gaggle of cars here. 3rd all the way down and through 11th, I believe it is. Call it 12th there. No, it is 11th. And then Darren Colby, he's about 5 seconds back here, back behind this battle, but also in a battle of his own. Darren Colby, Josh Ferrier, Joel Singleton, Daniel Ramirez, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. Two-tenths of a second. I've been watching this live on the timing and scorings here, and this is actually going to be a pretty cool camera shot if I can set this up quick enough. This is going to be a quick look behind the scenes here as we continue to see battles out here continue to go at it for the race lead. Here is a little bit of something of what I'm dealing with here. We got 3 different screens going at it. We got battles for the lead going at it, and there's the beast right there, timing and scorings. Also dealing with some stream deck action there as well. Could not be doing it without it there. Live on Stam Studio Network, Nico Colby, James D. Newell putting on a show for the race fans here. We'll jump back between Jeremy Fletcher, Stone Colby, and Slater. Jeremy Fletcher is in the meat of the Colby sandwich right here. Speeds running at upwards of 110 miles an hour, the fastest here tonight. Jeremy Fletcher, nice pass down the inside line. Slater actually kind of left it open up there for him there. I think Slater, he had that smart racecraft and race ethical wheel about him there. He knew that it was just going to lose them time. Slater could have possibly been on the wrong line out there, coming towards another straight into another technical off-camber and off-hill corner here. Slater's going to give up that final driver interview spot to Jeremy Fletcher, but don't look now. Stone Colby up here still right where he started this race, P5. Andrew Bound, P6. Jake Steckler, Marvin Samayoa, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th is Joe Rainey and Lucas Barnett. Oh no, there's another spin out here. It's Darren Colby and the VehicleBuyers.com machine involved. I think that's the Colombian Daniel Ramirez in the number 11. He's going to drop back down to 17th here. Darren Colby drops to 18th. There's a quick replay at this one. Remember, we've been seeing this pretty much, I mean, the whole time here tonight. It's been running bumper to bumper racing. What happens here with Darren is I didn't see any contact. We'll have to take another look at it. Oh, well, there's definitely contact. Okay. Here we go, back down the hill. Yeah, I think there's definitely enough of room here in between and the, okay, I take it back. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's contact there with heavy contact with Josh Hunter, who spins Darren around there. Get back here because I think I see, oh man, Josh, did Josh just have even some more contact there, or at least passing Marvin Samayoa? Here's a quick race replay because, yeah, I saw some jostling down there as well. Joe Rainey up on 2 wheels, contact with the Marvin Tater. Lucas Barnett says thank you very much. Marvin actually hard on the brakes there, tries to maybe slow that thing down and get it out of the way because he knew it was coming there. Oh boy, thankfully Joe keeps it down there on 4 wheels, but not what he was wanting to see. It is another fast Rennie Holmes racing machine here tonight. Unfortunately here for him, though, spun even before that competition caution. Thankfully, though, for him, if you're a Rennie Holmes racing fan, Joe's going to have that yellow. We're going to scrunch and bunch the field up here. And just about halfway throughout the race, should be about 7-8 more minutes time. Nico Colby still leading James and D. Newell, and I don't think we will see a battle up until that white to checkered flag lap for this first stint. And then you best believe we're going to see battles coming towards the green flag to get this race restarted. Andrew Bound's going to use that outside line. Oh my goodness, that may have been contact there between the 2 twins. Stone and Slater going at there. Slater may have been a little bit too deep into the braking corner there. I saw that rear end of Stone's machine start to wobble, wibble, and wiggle around there. So with Andrew Bound starting to breathe down Slater's neck here, Jake Steckler doing the exact same thing. This is a really fun car track combo to watch. You definitely have that slipstream and draft capabilities. You're going to start to use some NASCAR stock car action to help you win a race here tonight. Not only that, but you're going to have to find that teamwork to make the dream work happen. We've seen some teammates make that dream happen there, but if you look back at last week there from our Daytona season opener, obviously from the road course, Lucas Barnett stole one away. I wouldn't say stole one away. He was up in contention the whole race. But last lap pass down and around the outside of NASCAR Turn 4 passes the twins for the season opening race win. Ooh, he's running P8 right now, but I think still, I mean, this whole gaggle, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, still all separated by about just over 0.2 of a second. Anybody up here in the top 10 could be looking at coming away with the race win here tonight. Yeah, it looks dangerous, trust me, I'm seeing it too. Up there in timing and scoring, just a 10th or 2 that still separate the race leaders, Nico Colby and James D. Newell. They're starting to learn from each other here. I think Nico Colby, as far as the learning from each other kind of scenario here, is at that sort of disadvantage. Nico Colby just keeps running his line. Sure, he can peek in his mirror and start to see when James D. Newell will start to close that gap. Obviously, he's going to close the gap down the straightaways, but Nico can kind of see, maybe just not as well on there as what their 2 lines on how they continue to run, compare and contrasting the 2. Here's a great kind of camera shot to do it. You're looking up for that Stam Studio Network drone camera shot here at the virtual Barber Motorsports Park. You can kind of compare and contrast the racing lines here. You see James D. Newell, he looks down the inside, but then sets it right back up, trying to get some sort of eyeball up there from Nico Colby to glance in his rearview mirror, try to make a mistake. There you see that might be all the mistake that James was looking for there, but opts to get right back on the rear bumper of our race leader. Moonlight Dancer, Terry Dillon at base. How's everybody doing tonight down there in YouTube land? Hopefully you're all doing well on this wonderful Wednesday night. Battles for the lead still continue to heat up and broil. It's now Stone Colby who runs P4 right there behind Jeremy Flitzer leading this quagmire giggity of cars here. It's still Slater running P5, Andrew Bound P6, Jake Steckler P7. My goodness, ooh boy. Been a long day up here. I guess it's still Lucas Barnett P8, Josh Hunter, and Joe Rainey running P10. Here's some nice other laps here that are making their way back out and around the track. It's still Brian Zablinski, I think I'm saying that one right, and Juan Herron. Juan Herron in that white and orange machine. Nice pass, excuse me, Juan is in the black and white Mazda MX-5 Cup car that just made the pass over Brian Zablinski, and that's kind of UT kind of yellow, not yellow, god dang it, it's orange and white. But Brian's trying to run away from there. Oh man, Brian's gonna use that inside line. 2 tires up and off of the racetrack into the air, gonna wave him like he just doesn't care. There goes Brian back around the inside line. Oh, no contact there between the two, but it definitely was close. Virgil Kakdak up there, right in there with him. If I am butchering it, Virgil, just don't hesitate to let me know, or anybody down there in this race here. Well, the league here. Now, I know that there's a lot of new names, some newer faces in some newer places. I wouldn't doubt if I'm butchering 1, 2, 3, or 4 of them. It's still Nico Colby up here to the bat, up to the race lead. We're going to take some quick sights and sounds here tonight from virtual Barber Motorsports Park. Sean Stam producing, directing, commentating the show. I'll be right back with you up here in the booth. Stick with us, ladies and gents. Slowly and slowly crank this puppy back down. We're back up here in with the battle for, it says first down there in the top bottom right, but it's really third, fourth, fifth, and sixth that we're looking at here. Continuing, I mean, lap after lap after lap, running tenths of a second between one another. Still not really able to make any passing opportunities happen. We saw Jeremy Fletcher put a pass on display earlier, same there with Stone Colby. Slater Colby's put 5 passes on display. But this is, it's not over yet here. Just getting to out and around halfway in the next couple minutes time. It'll be a competition caution. We're going to re-rack and restack, and then now these drivers know it's go time right now. That's why we've seen James D. Newell. He's gone to school. He has studied this whole race, and now it's time for the exam. At least the first one before the final, which would be the checkered flag here in about 25 minutes time. James D. Newell made it look relatively easy there, passing Nico Colby for the race lead after lap after lap after lap, running right down there, right behind him. Here's how it happened. Sized him up going into the corner, washed out there on corner exit, took the line away from Nico. Nico tried to set it back up, down and around the inside, but it's deja vu. We saw that earlier on in the race. Wasn't able to keep that speed and momentum up down and around that outside, which will present James D. Newell back to the race lead in that MAV Motorsports Mazda MX-5 Cup car. Should be in the next couple minutes time. Jeremy Fletcher has cut the gap between P1 and P2 down to 3 seconds. And then now Barney's going to throw that yellow flag. He's going to wave it loud and proud. Going to slow him down here on Stam Studio Network. Get Sean Stam producing, directing, commentating the show. I'm going to run you through the field right now. We just saw James D. Newell pass for the race lead. He waited just for the exact right opportunity to do it and make it happen. It's Nico Colby who's leading most of, if not, I think it was this whole race, matter of fact. Nico Colby leading 13 laps earlier on. This is going to be the first one he hasn't led as we'll make our way across the stripe. Jeremy Fletcher, he is running in the 3rd place now after the spin earlier on in the race. If you're just now joining us, here is that incident. Lap 1 contact here between Jeremy Fletcher and Lucas Barnett. Oh man, tally that one up as a racing incident right in front of the pack as well. Look, Jeremy goes sliding through the grass, holds the brakes, very nice job there, and he just kind of gets pinballed, pointed back, right back the right way, whips the wheel right back to the right. Nice job there for Jeremy. I mean, nice job for every one of these drivers making their way through it. And I said that we would do it earlier on here. Let's hop on board with Slater as he makes his way through it as well. Oh God, where do I go? Where do I go? Not right, not left, not center. I'm just gonna go center, and I'm gonna slow it down. Barely any, if not any, contact there for Slater. Nice run there, make it through the wreck. It's gonna be Slater who runs P5 now. It's Andrew Bound, Jake Steckler, Lucas Barnett, Josh Hunter, and Joe Rainey who round up the top 10. Here for Joel Singleton tonight. He was one of our faster drivers in practice. Joel, he also was having a good race down there from Daytona, I believe, 1 week ago, currently running in the 11th position. Josh Ferrier shown 8 spots to the good right now, showing P12. Our second biggest mover, third, it's going to be behind Diego Valdemaretta as well as Michael Tenagretta running in 19th and 21st. Victor Ling, he'll run 13th right here, and that's VL number 24, a Pepsi Motor Club Mazda MX-5 machine. That's a nice paint out there. I tried to replicate it the best I could out there and with my Photoshopping capabilities there. Who's wrecking up here? What in the name? Stone! No! Hang on, we'll get down. We'll continue this top 10 top drivers here in just a second. I thought it was Stone. No, I actually think it may have been Thomas Dively here. This is the most recent incident here. Oh, just trying to catch the pack out there. It's going to go the rear end down and around, but that wasn't the contact that I did here. All right, we're going to get re-racked and restacked here, 2 wide throughout the pack. I know that was only really a top 10 go through there, but hey, there's some fast-paced laps around here, Barber Motorsports Park. Look at Slater already weaving it, jeeving and jiving, getting that thing left, right, and back true. He's trying to work those tire temps, work those tire pressures, and something I don't think, or something I actually think a lot of people undervalue is warming up the brakes here and the iRacing sim racing universe itself as well. If you're newer here to the sim, there's a reason they call it the Simulator and not just a video game. Each and every single thing that you might imagine, almost each and every single thing, it is definitely simulated here within iRacing Simulation Motorsports. If you're looking to get in on the action here that you see live on Stam Studio Network, these cars on the service are actually free if you were to download it today. You just have to pay those monthly subscriptions. This track is not, though. You'd have to pay for Barber Motorsports Park. All right, those weaves are starting to get a little bit more aggressive, and you can start to feel the aggression start to rise in the air. Terry, Moonlight Dancer, who else we got down there? Dylan Bay still hanging out there with us. Let us know what your thoughts are here. Let us know who you're rooting on coming here towards the second half of this race. We're going to look at James D. Newell, who have the start in his hands. He's going to drop a gear, disappear here out of turns after we make our way out of turn 16, 17, and then back towards the start-finish straight. Head down towards turn 1. Remember, we saw 2 and 3 wide on that original race start. Will we see any of that again? I'm not sure, but we're definitely going to see the aggression level continue to be through the roof. These drivers have put a whole week of practice back in here behind them. We're going to round out of turn 16, 17. James D. Newell got to the race lead in the final closing laps of the stage. The start's going to be in his hand right here as we're side by side through this 31 driver field. Let's go green flag racing again here for Apex MX-5 Cup Series action here live at the virtual Barber Motorsports Park. Barney the flag man's going to wave it loud and proud. We'll make our way through turns 1, 2, and 3 for the first time on this race restart. Clean battle, so far so good out there for the first 9, 10, 11. There you're going to see a little bit of side-by-side between Joe Rainey, and that's going to be Joel Singleton, I believe, who's starting a really nice restart to this race as well, has his popcorn bucket out here as he starts to close that battle in. It's still James E. Newell running away from now Jeremy Fletcher. Nico Colby drops back to P3. Stone Colby up to P4. Now there's Andrew Bound who runs P5. Slater P6. Lucas Barnett did that first side-by-side battle you see on your screen right here. It is between Jake Steckler and that's not the John Fork. That's going to be number 74, Josh Hunter. He's going back at it. Josh a little bit deeper into the braking zone there, and he's going to wash up there through off of the racing line there. He's going to lose the spot to Jake. Jake is up to P8 now. Mazda MX-5 Cup cars snaking their way through Barber Motorsports Park. It's still 4/10 of a second back here up between the two race leaders. 5,500 road course iRating going up here against 6,000 road course iRating. If you thought it was good, well, it's about to get great. Jeremy Fletcher up to P2. Nico Colby drops to P3 after Fletcher makes that pass happen. And you can see how hard that these drivers are starting to push. That grass starting to roost their tail at the rear end of these machines. There's continuing to wash up and off the racing line lap after lap and into that grass. Not only does that grass have zero grip, but that's also going to deposit gravel and dust up there on the racing line as well. Next drivers who make their way through that corner as well as the whole next couple laps by, you're not going to have as much grip as you once did. It's going to be teammates making the dream eight happen here. It's two brothers, Nico and Stone, running bumper to bumper down there as we head back in through the corner we go. Where we stop, nobody will know except there's going to be a crash. Jake Steckler is involved, so is Josh Hunter. Josh was up there just running in the top 10 positions. Contact between the two that sends the 42 and the 74 around. With those instant repairs here tonight, it's going to be relatively easy to get that thing back out there on the track and make something happen, or try to make something happen here, as it looks like Michael Tenegretta is trying to do here. Back up, gained 11 spots since the drop of the green, but still struggling back here in the respectful P18, as it's just hard to make a pass happen here from a track that's running so close to one another. Here's a quick look at the battle for the race lead, and then I got that replay on standby between Josh Hunter and Jake Steckler. Jeremy Fletcher, we said this in pre-race, we said this last race as well. He's going to be out here ready to put on a show for the race fans. What we continue to see out here, oh my gosh, there might be a big one. There is another big one. Oh no, Marvin Samayoa, Fabian Buenaventura, he's up involved in it as well. There was 1, 2, 3 drivers right there involved. We'll have to jump back at, okay, we're going to do Josh Hunter and Jake Steckler here really quick. Here's the contact between those two that sent them around here. That was on our opening lap back of the race. Here we go back down the hill, deeper into the braking zone. Oh, Joe Rainey contact there with Josh Hunter sends him around right in front of Steckler. And then here's a look at a race replay of the incident that we just saw live. It's going to be Samayoa, Michael Tenegretta involved there. There's Samayoa already off the track trying to keep it on that outside line. Oh, it's a spin up in front of him. Oh, Victor Ling, he is in it as well. Marvin Samayoa, we saw on that on the live onboard shot there, he just had nowhere to go, nothing to do with it as far as just getting off the track. There's going to be what happens. There you see on the top of your screen right there. That's going to be contact Nico Colby, I believe that is. No, Nico's up there in the front. That's contact there with the 21 and one of those vehiclebuyers.com machines. All right, back up to it. Fletcher's starting to fletch it up here. Flex it, I guess. There you go. That sounds a little bit better. 6/10 of a second now up in front of Nico Colby. Stone is now up to P3. Maybe that was Nico who had contact there with the P2 running driver. P2 is now belongs to Nico Colby, Stone P3, Andrew Bound P4, Lucas Barnett. This is exactly what we saw last week there from our Daytona season opener down there at the road course. They run the infield and then those big old NASCAR turns, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lucas Barnett getting it done within the last couple turns on the last lap through last race. Keep your eye on that 008 Burger King machine. He's making it look like he could make it happen again out here. Just under 14 minutes to go in race 2 of Apex MX-5 Cup Sim Series action. Joel Singleton, faster driver in practice, that number 10. He's also down here battling, or excuse me, not battling. He's kind of in a blanket of his own right now, and there's the contact there. James D. Newell falls back to P7, trying to reel in Joel Singleton at least for P6, and then maybe those two, as well as Joe Rainey, can maybe start to work there for some teamwork action to try to get up to at least the battle for the top 3 driver interview spots. Aaron Hatter in the red, white, and blue. What does it say on the side? Beer budget racing. I can get behind some of that. Aaron Hatter, nice run tonight. 10 spots to the good. Hey, and you know you're doing something right there if you're running in front of Marvin Samayoa. Man, Samayoa kind of not having the race that he was looking for here tonight. -5 on the day. But he's still up here, still continues to make these passes happen. Look at it. He's going to try the inside line there. It's door quarter clear. Nice pass there for Samayoa. He'll get one of those spots back. How many times have we seen this here tonight? Josh Ferry and Brian Zablinski going at the 21 and the 82. Here comes that number 82. Brian, he's going to try the inside. Whoa, maybe not just quite. If he went just a little bit deeper, I would have almost imagined that would have washed him up off the racetrack and into that right rear quarter panel of Josh Ferry. Nice battle out here happening for the 24th and 25th position. Brian just still not able to make that pass happen, something that we've seen quite a few drivers struggle with here tonight. Let's hang on board here with this battle. This is going to continue to get good. The 82, let's try and see how Brian's going to continue to work him over. That's exactly what he does. He waits for Josh Ferrer to make a mistake. Josh runs wide and then almost up into that snow, that just like I mentioned, that gravel up there in the earlier part of the race. It looks like snow. It's going to feel like snow. It's actually just gravel accumulating off of the racing line. It's probably some tire marbles as well. Not any grip out there. There you see it. It was visual for the number 21 as he lost. I mean, look at that. He's already 5 to 10 car lengths running back there, back behind the 21 of Brian Zablinski. Jeremy Fletcher to the race lead, but he's going to continue to make this interesting. I remember this same thing happened here at West Coast Sim Racing the other night. So I think it was last night. And hey, it got to about to that 2 to 1 laps to go. And although Jeremy did have about 6 to 7 tenths of a second, there you go, cap on that race lead, it did definitely shrink pretty quick on that white flag lap. Jeremy's going to continue to keep us on our toes here tonight within these top 4 or 5 running drivers, and that's Nico Colby, Stone Colby, Andrew Bound, and now Lucas Barnett. Remember what I said, keep your eye on that 008 machine. Now with just about 10 minutes left to go in the race, lap times ranging at about 1.5 minutes. That's some quick math, that's some easy math. Should be about 5 to 6 laps to go. Lucas, that's exactly what I mean. He tries to make the pass action happen. That's, I mean, the textbook sort of entry that you'd have to try and make a late race pass happen. But, I mean, you saw the late move there from Andrew Bound. It was, I mean, a little bit later going into the corner, but still okay on the timing as far as racecraft and ethical wheel racing goes. Obviously, Andrew Bound knows how to get that done. That flaming Samuel L. Jackson Mazda MX-5 Cup car, he's up to P4, and Andrew Bound, I believe he's leading our points within a West Coast Sim Racing League every Monday and Thursday nights. That's broadcasted here live on SSN. Andrew Bound finished in a P5 from our season opener for this league here last week, but he was up there still within that battle between the front 3, 4, 5 cars throughout the whole race, just like with what we've seen here tonight. It's go time right now. Sure, the last couple laps are really when you're going to have to start to push. But if you're running 4th, 5th, 6th, right here, right now, about 9 minutes left to go in the race, you're going to have to start to put some purple sectors down here tonight. Jason Holcomb, oh no, I think he just passed Fabian Buenaventura as he has gone for a slight spin in the 444 bright cherry red machine. I saw that they were running side by side in timing and scorings. We'll take a quick look at this race replay here. Oh man, Darren right there behind him. Was it a spin or was it contact between the two? Let's take another look. Probably need, crap. Yeah, I think that there's definitely a tiny touch there between them, obviously, when those cars are at their lightest as well. Unfortunate spin for Fabian Buenaventura there, one of the 2 Colombians out here on track. The 2 running in, oh God, it's broken. Hang on 1 second. It's running in 21st and 24th position. There we go. And I would like to apologize here with a 31 driver grid. There is probably 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to probably 5 count of incidents that I have missed here down throughout the race. I did try to stick down there for a little bit down there back from our season opening race week ago from Daytona Road Course, and so some incidents that I did miss there. Thinking about it here tonight, we'll just see how many is tallied up there as we continue to run it out here towards the white and checkered flag. Andrew Bound, Lucas Barnett, look at Joel Singleton. This is a nice blanket out here between 4th, 5th, and 6th. Joel Singleton and James D. Newell. Remember, James D. Newell leading laps earlier on in the race, stole it away from Nico. I'm not going to even use that word again because he methodically waded back down there, back behind Nico Colby, and then towards the white lap of the stage, made that pass happen and got it done. Now James continues to sit in P7. Hard track to pass here tonight from Barber. Look at Jeremy, is he snaking down that snaking down the straightaway, try and break it. Now he's probably just opening up the corner entrance there. Nico, hey, he's still up there, right there with him. It's 0.5 of a second separating the two. And last lap history, let's see it. Let's compare and contrast. It's a little bit of back and forth. It's a little bit of cat and mouse. Meow. It's lap 19. Faster for Colby by not 0.08, but 0.008 of a second. And then lap 21. Not sure what happened up there for Fletcher, but 0.4. 0.4 lost for Jeremy and 0.4 gained for Nico. There you see, who is that, the orange one? Is that Brian again? No, that's going to be Joel. I believe that's going to be Joel Singleton. I saw him try to make something happen up there, at least down there, going into the corner. That is going to be that Joel Singleton number 10 machine. He ran there just a little bit offline, tried to make something happen into the corner entrance where he looked a little bit further, excuse me, looked a little bit earlier down into the entrance of the corner. He thankfully got back off of the throttle pedal there because that could have been contact between Joel Singleton and that James D. Newell machine. Slater, Colby, Josh Hunter going at it here. I know that these drivers go their buddies out there in some real life, at least at Apex. And, well, Josh is going to try to make something happen here on him. Nope, just making Slater look in his rearview mirrors. I'm sorry, there is some nice racing action. I mean, we see here Slater, Colby makes the inside move around Jake Steckler there, but I continue to see it's just a lot of work that's really hard that will continue to be hard to really pay off. Here you see Jake Steckler, he can't really do anything with that inside line. Is now Josh Hunter's right back with them. It'll be door-to-door racing side by side now between Josh and Slater once again tonight. Slater will not prevail. It'll be more momentum for that number 74 machine of Josh Hunter. His name is Commander. Oh my God. Josh Hunter, nice race up there. Last race finishing P4 from Daytona. Unfortunately, Commander's going to have to lose that spot to Slater. Slater moves his way back up to 9th position. There's only about 4 more minutes left to go in the race, and Jeremy Fletcher still continues to lead with about 0.6. But Nico Colby, Stone Colby, brothers aren't going anywhere, and they're going to do everything on these straightaways here from Barber Motorsports Park to close up that gap to the race lead. Right now, we're sitting at about 6.65 right there, right behind him, and now closes there just a little bit more. Not any bumper-to-bumper contact there between Nico and Stone. Stone's trying to get close enough to get up there to make some teamwork happen there, but it's a lot easier said than done. Not only does Nico have the pace, but even if Stone is able to get up there to that rear bumper, it's still a whole 0.6 of a second separating 1 and 2. Stone is definitely within range of that slipstream and draft right here. We're going to have to see what happens, especially down the longest straightaway, which I believe is this one, then tied with the start-finish stretch. I do think I'm probably blowing it. It's Stone who's gotten close enough to that rear bumper to Nico Colby that something could possibly happen within these last 4 minutes to go. And then if you look at the battle right there behind them, I think that they know that it's go time. Well, it has been go time, but Andrew Bound, Lucas Barnett, Joel Singleton, I wonder, this is going to be interesting to watch. Will we see them start to battle it out with one another, or will we see them try to do what I was talking about there as far as Nico and Stone trying to use that bump draft here? Even though it might be the slightest bit of gain that you can imagine there. They will make our way out of turn 16, coming to 17. This will be the start-finish straightaway. We'll see if there is any gain, if there is any slipstream or draft advantage here. Still not close enough to make a bump draft happen up there for Nico and Stone, P2 and P3. Speaking of bump draft action, that gap's a little bit closer there from Andrew Bound and Lucas Barnett, but still not close enough to make any aerodynamic plays happen. We should see about 2 to 3 laps to go at this point in the race. That's going to be Andrew Bound, Lucas Barnett, who's going to try that that outside line. Just nothing happening there. You have to give Lucas Barnett credit here. He's trying anything and everything. He's going to try the inside. The number 10 of Joel Singleton was almost there. Here comes Lucas Barnett. He's going to try it and works his way back to the outside line. Not able to have it there. He's going to have to give Andrew Bound back up there to P4. We should be coming up to 2 to 3 laps to go. That cookie cutter helmet, he's been fast, he's been furious. He's a real life champion. It's Jeremy Fletcher to the race lead, continuing to lead laps over Nico Colby ever since about 2 laps after the drop of the green flag on the second half of the race. It's now cut down to almost about half between that gap. That's what it was than when we first saw it. We'll have to see if we make our way towards the white and checkered flag lap this time by, or will there be enough time here within this race that we do see 2 laps to go. It's all going to depend on when Jeremy Fletcher makes his way across that start-finish line. Nico Colby, what a save on the steering wheel. He had to counter steal that thing all the way over to the next county. Man, Nico, he's gonna keep his foot in it. Barney's gonna wave the white flag loud and proud. White flag lap of the race. It's a battle between Jeremy Fletcher and Nico Colby. Stone Colby is right up in there with him. Down, we'll make our way through turns 1, 2. Here comes turn 3. It's gonna be a tight right-hand turn. Nico Colby's gonna have to compromise that corner exit. Corner entrance, use that corner exit, try and build that speed and build that momentum up as Jeremy Fletcher tries to run away from him here on the white flag lap of race 2 of Apex MX-5 Cup Series action here. Jeremy Fletcher, he goes a little bit deep, a little bit more defensive racing line down there into the corner. Nico Colby, he's going to have 2 to 3 great chances here if he's close enough to make it happen. Look at Lucas Barnett and Andrew Bound going side by side in the background of the shot. Jeremy Fletcher still continuing to lead. He's got to buy about 3 to 4 car lengths there. Nico Colby and Stone Colby, contact for P2. Stone saying, I got to go, go, go. It's the final half of this lap of the white flag lap. Stone Colby doing everything that he can to try and catch up here to Jeremy Fletcher. Andrew Bound is now past Lucas Barnett for P4. Jeremy Fletcher snakes his way along that straightaway for the final time tonight, trying to break all sort of slipstream and draft that Stone Colby may have had, but now being 1.2 seconds behind, there's no way it's going to happen. Jeremy Fletcher, he has been immaculate here tonight. Lights out pace. That MX-5 Cup car, number 22, has been on rails. It'll be a battle here between P2, P3, Stone Colby, Nico Colby. After contact between the brothers, they'll go at it at the race line. Jeremy Fletcher takes the checkered flag on race 2 from Barber Motorsports Park. Give it to Nico Colby, P2. Stone Colby finishes P3. Oh, God, Nico, look out. Oh, Jeremy. Oh, no, no, no. What a race here from Barber. That's going to do it here for the actual race here. Stick with us here. We're going to have some live driver interviews. Those top threes going at it there, and as well as some unofficial, official race results. Darren Colby, Brian Zablinski here, 13th, 14th. They'll give it to Darren for 13th place. Then you see right there behind him, Michael Tenegretta, Aaron Hatter, Victor Ling, and Josh Ferrier rounding out. That's 14th through 18th. We'll get through those unofficial, official race results here in just a few moments' time. But right now, it's all congratulations to the man, the myth, the legend up here. It's Jeremy Fletcher, who gets another race win. St. Cloud, JFE, man, that's going to be a fun driver interview here. He's gone back-to-back after winning last night's race, and then, well, right back up to victory lane he goes. Here goes our unofficial, official race results here, just as soon as all of these drivers make their way across the finish line. Let's check in their live YouTube land. Moonlight Dancer, Dylan Bass, Terry Wet. That was a great race. Milena does here in YouTube land. Nico, go Lucas Stone. That was risky. Nice race, everyone. Let's take another look at that risky bisky pass there between two brothers. Contact, Stone, Nico, 52 versus 16. Gold versus white. VehicleBuyers.com machines. Ooh, it's open setups here tonight, but I don't think that's going to change anything. The way that Stone just saved that thing. Remember, Nico also had his hands pretty full here tonight as well. There goes the unofficial, official race results. All right, here we go. It's going to be congratulations to the one, the only, Jeremy Fletcher, who's getting our race win here tonight. Nico Colby, P2, Stone Colby, P3, Andrew Bounds, Joel Singleton, 4th and 5th. Lucas Barnett, nice race for him here tonight. That's going to really help him in the points after finishing 1st last week. Brandon Birch, he'll finish out P7. That's another fast driver who continues to show some pretty good pace. It's just a matter of time till we visit Brandon Birch down here in virtual victory lane. It'll be Joe Rennie who finishes P8 in that Radium's Racing Mazda MX-5 Cup car. Slater Colby P9, Jake Steckler P10. How about Diego's race here tonight? Diego finishes up in the top 11th positions. Nice race for him. Marvin Samayoa, man, I'm kind of feeling there for Marvin. It was ping pong balling out there for the number 44. Darren Colby, nice race for him as well. He'll finish up there. What is that? 5 spots to the good since the drop of the green. Nice race, Darren. That's 13. Brian Zablinski out of OK Motorsports. He'll finish 14th. Michael Tenegretta, Aaron Hatter, Victor Ling, Josh Ferrier, Daniel Ramirez, and Jason Holcomb running at the top 20. Igor Reitzkov, Fabian Buenaventura, Kenneth Lawless, Thomas Dively, as well as Virgil Kakdaka, gotta be butchering it, Josh Hunter, Wesley McFarland, Juan Heron, James D. Newell, David Ramirez, and Connor Cunningham. Real quick, before we do go live into those virtual top 3 driver interviews, here is a quick little something. It's the Better Half Dash. Milena, if you're still watching, you better join us here. We got already about 7 to 8 ladies registered for this fun race I'm putting on. It'll be broadcasted as well. Better Half Dash, whether it's or gentlemen, whether it's your girlfriend, wife, mother, whatever it doesn't matter. We're gonna let the ladies take the wheel for those who cheer us on from the broadcast and beyond. Milena, you better get in here. It's gonna be a lot of fun as well. Hey, anybody down there watching YouTube land who wants to get their better half involved in this one. All right, now I promised it. We'll get to those live driver interviews. I probably made them wait long enough. We're gonna start here with Jeremy Fletcher as soon as here we go. There it is. All right. Jeremy. Oh, it's full. The broadcast booth is full. All right, I'm going to pull him. Oh, God. I can't. Oh. All right, the interview room's full. Jeremy, Nico, Slater, Stone, if you got a copy. Oh, God. I don't know where we're going to go. I guess. I guess vibing, that's probably fine as long as nobody's going to ask for a refund over here. Goodness. I guess I'll flash the race results here for us one more time. Apologies here for the slight little delay before we chat with our race winner, Jeremy Fletcher. I can't get in there. Sorry, this channel is full. Milena, I said, yeah. Milena says I need to start practicing for that better half dash. Terry, yeah, I've been training Terry down there, getting ready for it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Mini stocks at Charlotte. I believe it's the night before Valentine's Day. Man, they're not. I need to call Nico. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to call him. Join the other channel. That one is full. All right, I just told Nico. They're probably waiting on me. He's probably all pissed off. I'm probably drowning in their own sweat. I'm just sweating up here watching these drivers. Apologies if you're still hanging out there with us. Still waiting on these top 3 to 4 drivers up here. And Jeremy Fletcher, what a race it was for the 22. He finally got it done out there pretty much after the second half of the race. Just, I mean, you got to imagine he was making it fun for us to watch. There he is. Apologies here, boys. It said the chat was full, but Jeremy, we got you down here with you. Now that you have had a second to cool off, man, what's going through your minds? Congrats on the win.
Yeah, it was definitely, I'd say, chaotic to start with and a bit smooth sailing there at the end. Ended up being on baseline instead of, the setup I spent an hour making earlier today on accident because I took a little nap, slept in. So glad we still could finish at the pointy end of the field. Man,
hey, doing that with baseline, I think that's pretty impressive there. Even if it is an hour that's gone to waste, it's okay. It's good practice, but not that you need it. Jeremy, congrats here to you, man. Whereas we look at this race replay of lap 1 of the race there, contact between you and Lucas Barnett. I mean, is it just close quarter racing going in there, turns 2, 3, and 4?
Yeah, I mean, I think I could have gave him a little more room. He might have been able to give me some, but I'm the guy on the outside turning down, so I'll take fault for that. I should have probably given more space. 2 cars never worked through there, but I think he recovered all right, and it really made us both put our heads down, put in some good laps, and drive back through the field.
Final 2 things I have here for you, Jeremy. The first one being, man, it looked to be a little bit tougher to make passes happen here, even with, I mean, it's such a slipstream and draft-heavy track. What are your kind of thoughts on that? I mean, I saw drivers trying to make even the outside line happen, even 20 laps down in this race.
Yeah, I mean, even in the real life stuff, it's not easy to pass here. Definitely not my favorite track at all. Because of that, it's pretty much a 1-lane racetrack, and anytime you try to go by somebody, they can close the door, put a door to you, and you pretty much sit neutral and can't do much. So you kind of got to muscle up and get your own way, make your own passes.
Hey, we appreciate the looks back there behind the helmet. Jeremy, congratulations on back-to-back race wins here on Stam Studio Network. Final thing that we got there for you tonight, who are you dedicating these 2 back-to-back race wins to?
The JFR Esports crew, all the Apex guys for bringing me out, the Rainey family, the Colby family. It was a good race with Andrew the first couple laps. You for broadcasting, the Colby family again for putting on this league, Nico for always sitting behind me and finishing behind me like he should. That's about it. Stone for getting me the win since I got him on the box at Canada. And yeah.
That's what it's all about, Jeremy.
Crazy.
Great segue right there. Thank you, Jeremy. Have a great night. Great segue up here. Nico, you're going to take P2. How do you feel after that, man?
He's gonna feel it soon. Once I come up, or once he comes down to drive with us, he'll feel it.
Oh man, that'll be fun to watch. But Nico, you are fun to watch here tonight, man. Leading quite a few laps. You still finished out to your P2, but what was that little contact there with you and Big Bro Stone?
Yeah, I was kind of checking up for Jeremy, and then I think Stone just got on the brakes a little bit too late, just pushed me out wide. He got by, but he gave it back, so I thank him for that.
Things like that go long ways there behind the scenes, and we've seen it here before. But man, Nico, congrats on your P2 finish here tonight. There's a lot of back and forth, beating and banging. What was your thoughts as far as passing goes? I know that you were having to play some defense there over oh God, where is it? The guy that was leading earlier on in the race. Sorry,
James.
Yeah, there you go, James.
Yeah, it was fun. I definitely had to defend a lot, but it was just fun racing overall. We're not the best racing track, but we made it the best we could.
Well, congratulations, Nico, on your P2 here tonight. That'll boost you up there in the point standings. Who are you shouting out here tonight on that P2 finish, man?
You, of course, for streaming, everyone that helps with the MX-5 League. Shout out Liam, my cousin, it's his birthday today. And just everyone that races with us, and mom and dad.
Happy birthday, Liam, and once again, congratulations, Nico. Hopefully we're chatting with you tomorrow night if you're racing with us in West Coast Sim Racing. Nico, have a great rest of your night, man.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, it's Stone. It's Stone. I think you know who it is up here. You finished P3 here tonight after starting P5. Got yourself a copy.
Yes, sir.
Man, contacts late in the race. You give it back to Nico. That's what it's all about there for you. But it's not even that, though. I mean, this whole race, it was action-packed, battles all over the place. How did you finish P3 here tonight? After even starting P5, you had to make some methodical passes happen.
Yeah, no, it was a good race. It was fun. I kind of was just checking up to let Jeremy win one, to be honest with you, and then kind of just messed up on the last lap after I literally wasn't hitting Nico the whole time, and the last lap I tagged him, so I felt bad. But I was bummed to see James get out of there because of packet loss. That sucked. He was doing a good race, even though he spun. But yeah, I just wanted to give Jeremy the win.
Well, thank you for that, Stone. I know Jeremy's going to appreciate that, and he'll give it right back to you for sure.
Ironic.
Yeah. Oh, man. Stone, congrats on the P3 finish here tonight. Who are you thinking here tonight for this one, man?
You for broadcasting, everybody showing up, and all the work that people put in to grow this class to 31 drivers and vehicle buyers, overstock vehicles, friends and family for watching. And yeah.
Thank you so much, Stone. Hopefully you're getting the missus ready for that better half dash in about a month's time. And until next time, Stone, have a great rest of your night. And until next time, man.
Sure am. Thanks, Sean.
Woo, that's what we like to hear right there. Milena, hope you're getting ready. Any females down there, hope you're getting ready. Or ladies, women, we're going to hand the wheel over to you. Get ready for some mini stock cars at Charlotte at February 13th, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's going to do it here tonight on Sam Studio Network. Jeremy Fletcher, Nico Colby, Stone Colby, that's the 1, 2, 3, followed by Andrew Bound, Joel Singleton, that's the 4, 5. Thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. It's Sean Stam producing, directing, commentating the show here. Just like always, I'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, Sean.